With the last experience, I was working in the food and beverage department, and this time the internship is more easier than before, but also tricky. Maybe the most difficult is to receive the extension number of each department. At first, it's not clear about the situation, have the wrong place was saved by the master. However, as I became more and more familiar with it, I unconsequently ended my 6 months internship. What has happened in these 6 months is enough to teach me a meaningful lesson. And for my 6 months internship, I was working in Bugre Hotel Beijing, and I'm the operator. I want to answer and transfer all outside street telephone in the hotel, and it has its fixed standard. Uninvited outside street are different and got to work. I finished from repeat familiar with never contact work equipment resolution, outside treat and accurate code as clearly. The greeting received quickly response. Through this is a series of work is not an easy thing. Remember, just arrived here on the first day. The manager gave me a dance and it is in both Chinese and English extension table. See you back 2 days after spell check both Chinese and English things to remember. At that time I was silly of fast. Switchboard is the first window of the hotel. Although we don't meet customers, the first way for customer to get information about the hotel is by phone. Service often determine the guest's first impression of the hotel. It's our first task to transfer calls accurately and quickly every day, and the most basic task is to memorize the extension number. We need to pay attention to the timely release the hotel update information to the staff and the related department to ensure the efficient operation. We should keep the relation between the hotel, each department, and a friendly relation. We want to maintain a good image of the hotel to the guests. Try to meet the requirement of the guests to appease the guests as a bridge connecting the guest service and the hotel department. So we should always be polite. Always pay attention to their word, always control their emotion. Being engaged in service industry is well known. The person's emotion will inevitably affect service quality. And the main task is to record the guest request. We also adjust our own mentally due to the large number of foreign guests in the hotel. Communicating with them requires us to have a good language foundation. Was provided environment for my English practice, and this has increased my own requirement practice, good oral English, accurate and high quality completion of each call service. The operator is responsible for answering the phone, and I was sitting 8 hours a day for those students in the restaurant or other department, and working for the guest room is how even in the eyes of others, the operator and the monitoring is not at the eyes of outside, and this is not the easy job. The work of the switchboard is more bitter than sweet. Every day a person stays in a small room, gets no other telephone, and the only need to pick up the phone. Other things cannot do, but after getting familiar with it, it's much better. The biggest advantage of the switchboard is that I don't need to direct contact the customer, and they can see my appearance. I do need to be nervous or afraid to answer the phone. Although the work is very hard, I know that this internship is a turning point in the future work and a good exercise because this is the last internship during the school. So instead of complaining, I worked hard. And during this time, the leader of the hotel required me with the attitude of regular employees, and they were very strict with me. Sometimes I wanted to give up because of if I can even keep up these hours, what will I do in the future? Thinking of this, I had to keep working. Although the hard work made me serve a lot, I learned a lot and exercised a lot in this internship. What you couldn't learn in school, in school teachers and they will never
喂，
哎呀，做作业呢。Thinking of this, I had to keep working. Although the hard work made me serve a lot, I learned a lot and exercised a lot in this internship. What you couldn't learn in school, you learn. And the teacher never scold students, but in the work of the leadership to see you make a mistake, they will be mercilessly scold you. In the face to unreasonable guests cannot talk back. More cannot offend the guests, so I also develop a very good temper. In addition, work attitude is very critical. Learning is to learn language, work is to learn life. That's very different. Whenever the guests call, I will be the first one to connect them. If I don't have a good attitude, the guests will have a bad first impression of hotel. If you receive calls from other foreign guests, you should communicate with them. And you should not neglect them and speed up the process. Apart from this, my biggest game was to learn how to handle the tricky problems when taking the team guests to record their situation. If there is a different time of the morning call service, must be carefully checked, must also call them on time and tell your colleague the ensure and direct time, and they will not miss the wake-up call. If you delay the guest visit, and not only affect the oneself, also can bring a lot of damage of the hotel. This also makes me develop a good habit of getting up on time and so on. In life, I often use the requirement to work to demand themselves.